Dude, we scored 2 tickets. UFC 303, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler.
You at least got to order the pay-per-view.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that.
Dude, and I feel bad
Maybe I'll stream it somewhere.
I feel bad because you were planning on going.
Uh-huh.
You know, we've talked about this back in January.
Yep.
And then you found out, Katie was pregnant.
Well, I already know.
You already knew.
Yeah.
And that's what you're
He
kind
just
of
didn't share with us.
Yeah, I didn't share with you. Yeah.
But, dude, was it me or that day we bought the tickets? It was frustrating.
No, it was ups and downs. It was adrenaline. It was getting pissed off. It was highs.
Speaking of our last episode, we were talking about how to control your anger. Like,
luckily, I was at the gym, so it was all good, right?
I was about to throw the laptop. Dude. I really was.
Wow.
So, okay.
So he texted me the night before,
Yeah.
right? He said, I paid for, I'm not sure what.
It was the UFC Fight Pass.
Right.
And you get early access to buy tickets.
Let's just shout out the UFC structure, right? They have a plan where they charge you for early access to go buy their tickets.
Ain't that something?
And I'm out here discounting 04 Malibus, right? Damn.
Nice.
Must be good, right?
Must be.
So he texted me, he was like, so I paid for the whatever he said.
Yeah.
I can go, we can get tickets. They're coming out tomorrow at noon, 10 o'clock, noon our time, right? Okay. I said, perfect, right? Let's do it. So the next day, he had texted me. He was like, I'm logged in. He sent me a picture of his laptop, right?
It's like counting down. It's like a countdown clock.
Like, access in 38 minutes, right? I'm like, all right. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the website and let me be a backup plan to him, right? Okay. Let me see what I can do. So I went in and let me join the queue.
Okay.
Right? So while you were in the queue, I didn't tell you because I was like, I'll just be the backup plan.
Right.
If you don't get them, I'll get them.
Right.
If you get them,
right,
I'll get them too. We'll resell them, right?
There it is.
Look right? So I'm in the queue. I wait, and then 12 o'clock hits. And I'm like, okay, let me in, right? So then it starts the next bar. Like, you're waiting till you... Now that we open the club, now you got to stand in the line outside the club to then come in.
In the VIP line.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was like 30-some minutes, I'd say, in that. So, I got access at like 12:30, 12:40, right?
Okay.
I actually got access before he told me he had access.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Right? So once I got access, it said, okay, now enter your code. And I said, what code?
It was the code that the UFC gave us.
I said, code. I said, all right, UFC 303. Nope.
Now you just
Conor McGregor. Nope.
Oh, no.
I should have called you. You could have got me in there.
You should have texted me. I would have sent you the code.
No, I didn't want to take your code in case there was only one use one time. So
okay.
I said, okay.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
I found out later on with Elija that it didn't work. You could use multiple.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't know that. We didn't know that. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right. So I just kept on trying. After, I don't know, like 3 to 5 attempts, it said, you've timed out, try again. So I joined the queue again.
Oh, good.
So at this point, while it's loading, I'm on Reddit, like, hey, anybody's got a code? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And, they're like giving old codes, right? Like, UFC 298. And I'm like, okay, well, let me try a variation of that.
I can't believe we're doing that.
For the new one. All while he's over there, doing his thing.
He's still waiting in line.
So when he actually texted me and said like he was now in, I was already in my second go around
good gosh.
not getting in, right?
Yeah, right.
So at that point, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to put all my weight on Jason, right?
So we're in. So I'm at my work, right?
Okay.
On my work computer. And I'm in, and I see the screen, and I see the stadiums with the seating.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. All right, these 2 seats, perfect. Boom, boom, purchase. Seat's been sold out.
Oh,
I'm like, what in the world? Okay, no big deal. See another. Seat's been sold out. This happened over and over and over and over again. And then I refresh the screen. Okay, cool. These seats are there. 2 of them sold out. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I did it so many times that all of a sudden a little thing popped up. And you probably know this. You're a robot. You got kicked out and just kicked me out of the system. And I'm like, dude, you're talking about anger issues? Because
I paid for this?
You're like, I just paid for this a year and this is like happening. Yeah. And I'm going, what in the world? So I call Elija. And now, even though I was on my lunch break at my desk, which I shouldn't have been at my desk, I should have hid in a little room somewhere doing this. But it was just, I had 2 screens, so it was easier for me to see than just on my laptop. People were coming up to my desk. I'm like, I'm on my lunch. Leave me alone. I'm on my lunch. Because I was really focusing on this.
Yeah. He was, because he was sending me pictures constantly.
I was like, this is what's going on. And so Eliza comes over. She goes, because she's a big supporter of us, doing this. She goes, "What's going on, babe?" I was like, "Look what's going on." She goes, so she tries it. She goes, "What in the world?" And it was just every seat sold out. And she goes, "Okay, what's that code?" So I give her the code. I text. So she tries it on her phone. Same thing. And so I'm just like, and literally we're spending about an hour there, hour and a half.
At least
doing this. So I'm going, obviously I got to get back to work. And there was people that are calling me and I was just like,
stop calling me.
This is crazy. Like, this is what is going on here.
Yeah.
So I had to leave my desk to go do some work, but I had my laptop with me on this little cart, right? And I'm doing this, right? And I'm just constantly checking. Liza's at her desk doing the same thing, just checking. Nothing. Like, what is going on? And finally, we were kind of going, okay, this is not working. And I'm texting you. I'm like, hey, bro, this is not working. Let's just go on to StubHub. Let's try to find something on StubHub. So we're looking at seats on StubHub. We're looking at prices on StubHub. And I mean, you got prices anywhere from $500, but you're like way in the high bleacher area.
He's wrong there. They didn't start at 5.
Oh, what was it? Like
they were
1,000?
starting at like $990, and that was at the top of T-Mobile Arena. You were touching the T on the roof.
Yeah. At $990 to like 20 G's,
so
where you could get blood on you.
So while he was doing this, he sent me a screenshot of one of the pictures or one of the seats, and it came out to $7,000.
$7,000
for 2 tickets, right?
Yep.
He's like, is the wife cool with you doing this? I said, I don't know, but I'm not cool with doing this. Like, I don't know how cool she is or isn't, but I'm not cool with this part.
I went to Eliza, like, "Do you want to put a reverse mortgage on a house?" She's like, "No."
So I'm like, okay, I went to StubHub, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the lower section because I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, it's about being there, right? But what's the point of being there if you're just looking at the screen up there? You could just be looking at the screen at home, right?
What's the point?
So I want to be in the 100s. Like, I started wanting to get blood on me, but right now I'm going to settle for the 100 area, right? Or it wasn't the 100s. The 100 is kind of their second section. And then their 200s is the top, and their single digits is a lower level, right? So that's where we were looking, single digits. So I texted him. I was like, hey, they're only $2,000 a piece on here for the single digits. Let's buy these. He's like, all right, I'm on it. So he went to the single digits, put 2 tickets in our cart for $2,000 each. Our total was $6,400.
$6,400.
They were charging $2,700 collectively in fees on these tickets.
Just on the tickets. So literally, you're thinking it was going to be
insane.
Now, I bought tickets before online. Yeah, they charge
Me
a fee,
too.
whatever.
$15,
no big deal. $15, $20, $30, $100, no big deal.
No.
Not $800 and $900 in fees alone each.
Ticket.
Each. And I was just like, what the?
I was coming to the terms with, I'm okay with not going before they get over on me this bad.
Did you get tickets?
Yes.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, we got tickets.
Come on, man.
We got tickets.
So what happened?
So this is what happened. So I'm on my laptop, my card. He's still doing his thing on the. So dude, it was crazy. I'm gonna thank my wife, man. Elija saved the day.
Okay.
I don't know how she did it using my code. So the money I invested to do the UFC, she found it, somehow figured it out, not on the website. She went on the app, the AXS app.
Okay.
And so I don't know, computers more than I do. I guess there was a lot of, either it was slow, the firewalls, or something.
There's just too many people.
Too many people on
tickets.
it. Something was going on. But the app is different.
Yeah.
So when she went on the app, did the same exact thing. She was able to find 2 tickets like this, put them in the cart like this.
Cheat code. Nice. Okay.
And so I'm going, what? And so she calls me. She comes over. She goes, "Where you at?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm over here." And she comes over there, and she goes, "Call Pedro. Put him on speaker." I was like, "Okay." So I call Pedro, put him on speaker. She's right there. She goes, "Pedro, I got these 2 tickets right now, and they give you a timer."
And she goes, "Shit, disregard." And I'm like, all right, then, Eliza. She said, "This is okay." So Jason was like, "So are you saying we did?" She said, "Bye, Jason."
Oh, good God.
So she had him and lost him like that.
And then I hung up. He called me right back. She's got him again. She found him again.
Somehow she got him. She got him. Something happened. I don't know what happened. Some glitch or something. She got him again.
Okay.
I said, I called him in. She got him again. I said, buy him now. And she bought him, and it's done.
What section?
What section?
The single digit section.
Yeah, single digits.
Lower level.
Lower level. I mean, amazing price.
Okay.
Great view.
We're not getting blood on us, but if they throw out T-shirts, we can get one of them.
We get a t-shirt, yeah.
So we're in the lower level.
We see like Joe Rogan, and the announcers
Yeah.
and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what our ticket price was each. I don't know what the fees were.
Well, it was like $2,300.
Well, that was total, but I don't know like what we paid $4,600 to go to this event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys that love Conor. I mean,
It's
here's
an
the-
experience.
It's an
you know?
experience.
for sure.
I mean, I'm a
This is
huge,
probably the last time we'll get to see. I'm a fan, but the likelihood of him coming back again, I don't know.
this is what I think is going to happen. He has 2 or 3 fights under his UFC contract. Okay, he doesn't need to fight these fights. He just doesn't want to pay the fees for breaking his contract. Not only that, he has an ego. He has a stigma to preserve. All right, he started in the UFC.
But if he loses this fight for any reason, he's not going to do that to himself. He will pay to end that contract.
Yeah.
Instead of continue to fight and lose.
I mean, the dude's already milling. He's bringing in money.
This man,
all the time.
it comes to he doesn't need to fight. He wants to fight.
He wants to fight.
He doesn't need to ever do anything again for
Right.
the rest of his life. And him, his kids, and kids will be set.
Oh, he's set.
As long as he minimizes his Lamborghini boat.
Lamborghini boats?
Yes.
You see the
Oh, are you serious?
yes,
No, man, I don't pay
it's-
attention to that dude.
It's not. And he has a restaurant in Ireland. I don't know if you saw that, the Black Forest.
Yeah. And he doesn't like Pepsi. He likes
Yeah.
Coke. So
This is,
Oh,
it's kind of expensive.
yeah, I got you.
but
Yeah.
I mean, so the chances of him fighting again, I think it's rare. And if
I
he
do
does
too.
fight, I think he's going to close out his UFC chapter in Ireland. That's where it started for him. I think that's where he's going to close it.
Oh, that would go crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
So
That would.
that's where he's going to close it out. And so
You might need to pitch that to Dana because that is a great one there.
I really do think he's going to close it out there. He started there.
You guys gonna fly out there?
Yes. I've always wanted to go to Dublin.
There you go.
Eliza's been, and I'm down to go.
I've always
You
wanted to
know,
go to Dublin.
I'm down to go. She's been
Conor
before.
aside, I've always wanted to go to Dublin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but what is your predictions? UFC 303.
Conor McGregor, $4,600 worth of me hopes. He wins.
Like, we're gonna have to bet on this fight when we get there.
Oh, for sure.
We have to.
For sure.
We have to throw down something.
And he's going to be the favorite. I'm
You give us
putting
some
so?
money. You give us some
Yes.
money, Jonathan. We'll throw it down to
over
for you
Michael
too, man.
Chandler. Yeah, he's going to be.
Yeah, he's gonna be the favorite.
They picked an opponent for Conor McGregor to win. He appeals to all of Conor McGregor's strengths.
Mhm.
He wants to stand up and bang with them. Everything that Conor McGregor succeeds in, Michael Chandler is open to fighting that way instead of someone that'll just take him to the ground, tap him like his last fight ended, or fight before. So I'm gonna say Conor by decision.
Conor by decision. Okay.
Or a first round knockout.
Oh, you got to pick one. You got to pick one. Vegas is gonna be like you. I only get one. You can't get two.
I think Conor by decision.
Conor by decision.
man.
Okay.
Did you see that dude tweaking out? You think he's gonna go
Yeah.
decision?
Yeah, I don't think the
Oh,
UFC
come on.
refs will let him loose if it goes decision.
Oh, I don't. You think he's gonna make it that far?
I told you he doesn't like Pepsi.
I get it.
He'll be energized.
Okay, we'll see
He
what
will
happens.
be energized.
All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Honestly, okay. This is my conclusion with this. This is how I feel. You have 2 UFC fighters. Haven't fought in a few years. Okay. McGregor, last fight, broke his foot. Okay. Unless Poirier. I think, to me, when I watched that fight with Sarah, that was our first UFC fight that we watched with Sarah. And she loved it. She was just sitting on dad's lap and loving it, every minute of it. But I think if you get injured, and it's obviously, like his, you could see it. I think it should have been a tie. I think it should have been like a what do you call it?
A draw?
A draw.
No, he lost.
You know what I'm
If you
saying?
can't finish, you lose.
I think that if you get injured, you should be drawn, then make it up later on when you guys get better. But I'm not,
Yeah, luckily you ain't calling it.
yeah, I'm not calling it.
Mhm.
But I think he's coming back with a vengeance. He's coming back. He's going to be the most.
I mean, he came back with vengeance in that fight, though, because he got tapped the fight before.
it's true. But I think he's going to be the most. He's coming back and he's going to make a name for himself more than ever. And he's always. And here's something crazy, and I've found this out. So there's he. I don't know if you follow what he does, okay, and how he does it. He knows how to project himself in a very confident way. He knows
That's
the laws of attraction.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay. And what he does is he follows those rules of the laws of attraction very well. the suits, the colorful suits, how he says himself in the press conference. And dude, we are get ready to stay in line for about 3 hours because, dude, we're making the press conference, we're making the weigh-in, we're doing all that because, and you have to stay in line. I mean, it's free tickets, but you got to wait in line. You know, we're gonna be. Can't forget to be there at 5 a.m. We're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
I might not
You
make
got,
that.
there's a 2-hour difference, so you
That's
get a
still
little
7
bit.
this time.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
I'll wait in line and I'll call you when I'm almost
Call
there.
me.
Yeah, call
Yeah.
you. But dude, I mean, I'm telling you, like, he knows how to show himself.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
he can sell
He
out the
could,
arena.
he could sell out the arena. And it looks like it's on that point already too, about to sell out that arena.
He's the biggest star to ever fight in the UFC.
Yep.
He might not be the best fighter. That's not what I said. He is the biggest
Biggest
star
star.
to
No
ever
doubt.
fight in the UFC.
I give you that.
John Jones is the best fighter to ever fight in the UFC, but that's another topic.
Okay. And I think he has a name to keep for himself. So he's training hard. You follow him on Instagram. He's training hard. And he's always bragging now. I mean, that surgery to his foot, they put a metal rod in there.
Mm-hmm.
So now, you know, he's calling himself the Terminator.
Yeah, I
That
heard it.
he's going
I
to
didn't
blow
know
him.
that.
He
Yeah.
actually said it on Instagram that he's going to pretty much kill him with his right foot
Yeah,
alone
yeah,
over his
yeah,
top of his head.
yeah.
You know, and you know, yeah, it's smack talk and everything.
Yeah.
But he's coming back with a vengeance.
Sure.
My prediction.
Gets knocked out in the first round.
No, honestly,
sorry.
I didn't-
That's sorry. Go
that's
on.
your
Go
prediction.
on.
My prediction is McGregor wins against Chandler, knockout in the first round.
Oh, okay.
That's my win. He's going to win first round.
right foot.
And he's going to go, you know, like,
Right
I mean, I'm telling you.
Hey, I was halfway there with you.
Yeah, he's going to win the first round. Look at, I don't know if you remember against Cerrone.
Mm.
I watched that
Cowboy.
fight too. Cowboy Cerrone. Dude, he came in there. I mean, we're watching, I'm at a bar. You know, I was at actually Whiskey Girl in San Diego watching that fight. Watching the prelims. The prelims took forever. I mean, there was no, I think it was only like one knockout. Went all the way to decision. McGregor comes in and they're like, yeah, here we go. Within 2 minutes, that fight was gone.
And that night I said Conor McGregor's back. He is back and he's about to get his belts back.
Yep.
And he didn't.
So, and he just, you know, yeah. So, I mean, what do you think? What's your
I don't know, man.
prediction?
I'm not a fan. So,
You're not a fan of the sport or the fan of the man?
the man.
Man.
Not a fan of the man.
Okay.
Never. I mean, hey, you know what? I give him props for what he did. I mean, because he really did. I mean, he got paid in a sport that no one was getting paid.
Right.
And you
And he
got to
made
respect.
something
He
of
made
himself.
other fighters demand
he
to
did.
get paid.
You're right. I mean, yeah, and he was calling out other fighters for fighting for that
Nope.
pennies that they were getting. I mean, so you got to respect him for that. But not a fan of the man. So I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, let him do him. I hope he gets knocked out in the first round. Just and then be over with and go somewhere else. I don't care. Go back. Go make movies again.
Okay. All right.
You know?
I mean, that's something. I like that. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it.